Congratulations on getting to tutorial 4. By this stage in your project, you'll be able to make some simple designs and create and edit the files necessary to enable them to be structurally evaluated and analysed. As I mentioned in tutorial 3, the cost of each design is quite expensive, so it's important that before researchers buy the sequences required, they check whether their design is thermally stable. Whilst the scriptable CAD Nano enables complex and tedious procedures to be done in a very short period of time, it doesn't correct for user error. For example, if we take my design from tutorial 2, would I be happy spending £1,000 on this design with the certainty that it would be a successful design? Luckily, researchers from a research group from MIT was able to create a program that can do this with a very high degree of accuracy. The software was also able to predict the structures, and this will be useful as it will allow you to explore the features of your design and improve them. Once you have generated the sequences and edited the file, it's ready to be uploaded and sent to Iris. We will send you back an image of your design and files that can be used on molecular visualization programs, of which there are several online. This is an important stage in your project as you'll be able to see how successful you have been with your designs. The analysis can be used to help you improve your designs too. At this point, you might want to see how changing the staple routing can have an effect on the design. For those interested, it is also possible to remove the twisting nature of the shape through adding insertions of deletions. The design from tutorial 2, which is on your screen, whilst it looks like a flat design, the way it has been cross-linked has caused a twist in the structure and is certainly not useful if I wanted a completely flat design. This is caused in part by the nature of DNA, but also errors in how I designed it in the first place. So what you can do is you can look at altering those if you get twists on your design. Again, this was a design that was about just over 1200 bases. But if I wanted it completely flat, I have failed to do that. And also around the edges here, highlight areas which aren't as stable as other bits. So the blue's the most stable and the reds are least stable. So what you might want to look at is whether you can create stable designs that have a twist in, so a natural twist, or you might want to look at altering where the crossovers are to see the effect of what happens with that. We can use atomic models, and this is from the example previously, which enable you to evaluate your designs in more detail. And hopefully, if you've created the right dimensions for your designs, as well as the right editing within the files, hopefully this will be possible to send this back to you as well. As you can see, some of the junctions here go from the bottom of one double helices to the top of the other, which is adding in an inherent strain to these crossovers. Now, preloaded onto SCAD Nano are a couple of examples, and I can just show you where they are now. So if you go from the file option and go to load example, there are a few examples that you can have a look at, and I'll show you these shortly. So if we click on the origami rectangle, this is a very large structure. In fact, there are 6,656 bases in this one, so much bigger than mine, and this looks like a rectangle. However, the analysis reveals something different. So this is the structure here, and what you can actually see is within this structure there's a very large twist within this design, and there's some areas again around the edges that are inherently less stable. Very big twists, so not useful if I wanted to design a flat shape. There are some guidance notes available within the SCAD Nano, which will be able to help you look at this, as well as you might want to find some research papers, as this would make an interesting project in itself, comparing the effect of adding this on your designs. What you can look at though is another example that actually removing the twist can be done by adding or removing bases. In this case, here's our example from before. Again, this is an example that's found on the website under File, Open. Oh no, so not Open. File, Load Example, and this is the one with no twists. So you can have a look at someone's example, and again you can focus in on this and have a look at what they've done to this example. But what you can see from the analysis is that this structure, despite it having still having a bit of a twist, it has much less than the original. So there's the original one, and this is the one that they've doctored to try and make it flatter. But again, you know, they could potentially look at changing this. So really useful, if your designs allow it, is to have a file that allows you to look at molecular visualizer. This allows you to get up close with your design. Now this is the original design without the corrections, and what it enables you to do on this is to move the DNA around and look at the shape, and also then to get much closer so you can start to look at the actual DNA itself, and also the crossover points. So it's a really, really useful tool to visualize what you're doing. And again, if we look down it this way, you can see the big twists in this design. If we can compare it with the one without with the corrections and with the deletions, we can see that that small change has enabled this design to become much flatter and much less affected by the helical nature of DNA. So that's a really useful thing to help you with analyzing your design. There are also potential for the analysis to be used and visualize it in a movie. This is a simple example I made of a square with a hole in it, one of my first iterations. As you can see, it's relatively unstable. I've got one part of my scaffold running across the top and bottom, and very little in terms of stability by the staples. And you can clearly see that this is not very stable at all. Using the analysis, I went back and tried to look at a design. So I added on additional support at the top, and you can see clearly from the colors that whilst it's still unstable, the movie then enables you to see and highlight that actually there is more stability in having more scaffolds and more staples running throughout the structure. And then a third iteration of this is where I doubled up again on the number of scaffold and staples, and you can see it's much more stable, although the section on the right is much less stable than the one on the left, and that's to do with staple routing. So there's lots and lots of things you can do to improve and hone your design, and this is what the designers and researchers are aiming for, is to use the computers and software to take a lot of the error out of the designs before a costly mistake is made. So next steps on this project would be to look at the analysis of your designs. Are you able, with the analysis that will get sent back to you, to improve and adapt your designs? You're welcome to resubmit these, and you'll get more feedback as you go, hopefully looking at improving your designs. Are you able to create a more stable or flat design, or are you interested in having a big twist in your design? So something to consider when you get the analysis back. And are there any limitations with the DNA origami design that you've created? So are you able to analyze it and interpret the information and come up with an explanation as to what you can and can't do with your designs? So you're very close to to finishing the training at this point, and I would recommend you start thinking about what designs you might want to create for your independent work in phase 3. There are a few suggestions there, so you might want to have a look at these now and start thinking about what you might want to create. How will you take your new skills and apply them? Remember, this project should have given you the skills to create your own designs, and we're really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Good luck and all the best.